Anthony Davis of the Lakers taken off in a wheelchair after being hit in the head, but apparently doesn't have a concussion. All I can say is the NBA and NFL protocols and the way they treat concussions are entirely different. This is Dr. David Chao, Sports Injury Central. I was a former NFL team physician. I've worked with teams in the NBA, never as a head team physician, but we have NBA head team physician doctors on our Sports Injury Central panel. Look, the way the public perceives concussions, the way the public looks at concussions, and the way the leagues and players look at concussions among different sports are very, very unique. We all know it's a lightning rod in the NFL for concussions. Look at Tua Tagovailoa last year. But here in the Western Conference semifinals, we have Anthony Davis and also Draymond Green in consecutive days. Anthony Davis was elbowed, hit something, side of the head, temple, came out of the game, maybe was dizzy, who knows? Bottom line was taken off in a wheelchair, but word is no concussion. Look, you can't judge concussions purely by video. I've always said that. However, it didn't look like a significant force to Anthony Davis. Maybe somehow his vestibular system was interrupted and he was a little dizzy. But let me tell you, in the NFL, if you have symptoms of dizziness, you are in the concussion protocol, period. When you get out of the protocol may differ if they determine the cause of dizziness, but you absolutely would be in the concussion protocol. But here in the NBA, we have an athlete who needed a wheelchair to come off, and we have the TNT studio show kind of giggling at it. Anthony Davis, different implications for Anthony Davis in terms of needing the wheelchair. If there was a wheelchaired athlete in the NFL, which I've never seen, but not placed in the concussion protocol, there'd be a lot of storm over it. The other one I want to bring up, look at this video. This was a previous game in this series. Draymond Green comes down, hits his head on the hardwood floor. Certainly the hardwood floor has less give than turf or grass. There's a lot of talk about grass being safer than turf, especially for head injuries. Well, a hardwood court of the NBA is the least safe at all. Draymond Green hits the back of his head, holds his head, yet at least on the TV broadcast didn't even really see a check. Maybe they did, but I'm not saying the Warriors did anything wrong. I'm not saying the NBA is bad. I'm just pointing out how the perception of how the NBA handles and needs to handle concussions is entirely different from what the NFL does and needs to do from a public's perspective. The spotlight's clearly on the NFL as far as concussions go. The NBA, it's really not there. And to me, the Draymond Green impact to the ground is a lot harder than the Anthony Davis, yet Anthony Davis taking off in a wheelchair. In either case, Draymond Green finished the game. Anthony Davis did not, but fully expect AD to be available for Game 6 for the Lakers as they try and close out the Warriors at home. That's all good news, all well, that ends well. Just making some observations about the differences between sports and leagues. Anthony Davis, Draymond Green as an example. This is Dr. David Chao. Please go to Sports Injury Central, sicscore.com, or subscribe here. We try and give you all the medically relevant injury analysis. We're the home of injury analysis, not injury reporting. Thanks for watching.